bring up Untitled. And Minecraft Apple, activate. What is up, everyone? Whoa, that was my armrest. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Anime ABC 2020. Anime ABC 2020. Everything I watched in 2020, including new shows. We last left off in the F categories. We ended off on Food Wars because I forgot about fruit baskets. But check the description of my last one. It's kind of hot in here. Not gonna lie to you, Chief. But and for winter too, especially. I guess just gotta crank. Sometimes just gotta crank the heat up, right? So, what better way to start off this video than by jumping straight into the G section with Gibiate. Gibiate. What a show! Oh my god! I remember I don't even think I finished the first episode. I started it, and the CG garbage. This is a straight up dumpster fire of a television show. CGI bad. Character design is way too much going on, and it's just very stiff overall. The OP was like watching like a really bad AMV. It was just so bad. It was it was like hot trash, hot garbage. I don't know how anybody would want to put that on their report, like on their resume. How could you? That would actively get them turned away from jobs. Such a bad show. I feel really bad for all the people involved in the production of that. They must have just felt so bad knowing they're making absolute garbage and having to pour their time and effort into that. I feel bad. Not a good show. Don't watch Gibiate. Glepnir, on the other hand, was an interesting watch. I called it like Darling in the Franxx meets I forget what I called it. It was this girl could climb inside of this kid who could turn into a mascot, and it was like really fleshy inside. Something about the two souls like merging when they're the same thing. It was weird. It had a pretty interesting like build up in the beginning, and then like once they got involved with this gang stuff, it was kind of mid from that point on. I hope the manga is better. I'm sure the artwork in the manga makes it a lot more enjoyable to watch. But for me, I just kind of watched that out of obligation. It wasn't like really something I was looking forward to. So, watch that if you want to, but I probably wouldn't be recommending that to anyone else. Next up, we have Golden Kamuy, Season 3. Now, Golden Kamuy for me was it wasn't my cup of tea when I first started Season 1, though I did get pretty far into it. I wasn't sure like what the show wanted to be. Its tone was kind of all over the place, but I think now I should be able to go back and appreciate it more. I mean, it's got 3 seasons, right? So it can't be too bad. Next up, Season 3 of Golden Kamuy is definitely an honorable mention. Another honorable mention, actually, is Great Pretender. Because I only watched the first episode of this show, and I know it's bad that I did that, but I'm going to tell you guys to just go ahead and watch it. I'm going to give this one my recommend, because it was pretty kooky, and the theme song is sung by Queen. It's just the song Great Pretender by Queen, or Freddie Mercury. So, I'm here for it. We're here for it. We like the Great Pretender. We love it. Love to see it. Watch Great Pretender. Ooh, next one. This one was insane in the membrane. We're talking about God of High School. Now, what is up? I know this has been said. This has been done to death during the whole of 2020. But what the heck is the deal with these webtoon adaptations being hot, stupid, stinky trash? I just don't get it. Why are they so bad? Why was this pacing so horribly non-existent? Why was the first episode 17 minutes of a stupid bike scene and then just one really weird 5-minute free-for-all that was just animation reused from the intro?
Why was the power system so badly explained and brought in like halfway into the series? Why are these martial artists this regular dude is it's so stupid. Why are all these characters being brought in the beginning just to get fucking left out of the show immediately? Why are they bringing in characters in one episode, giving them a backstory, and then killing them off in the same episode that they just introduced them in? Who is this dude with the sharks, and why is he so angry? Who is this other little golden boy? Oh, I don't care about him. Oh, you knew it was his grandpa? I don't care. We barely saw any interactions between main character and his grandpa to begin with. So what's the point? Why am I watching this? Why is there a giant magical circle by some cultists that are here now? There's cultists, and a giant sword is floating out of the demon circle, and oh no, God's coming out of the circle. But don't worry, because these drunk dudes on the roof are doing weird dances and blowing fire through portals to stop the hand coming down from the sword, but it's actually God. And then the white fox awakens, and it's like, you get what I'm saying? Do you like me explaining that to you? That's not me exaggerating. That's the show. The shit just happens, and they don't explain it. It just happens, and they move on so fast. That last episode was like 17. The last episode was like 3 big fights with like 17 like, well, I'm getting stronger moments, and it was just like, who is this kid? I don't care. Honestly, the only character I liked in that show was Dawei, because he had like a little thing with his dead friend. Dawei was the only character I liked in that show. So, do not watch God of High School. Don't do it, alright? I'm looking at you. Don't watch it. Please. Not good. Do, on the other hand, watch Haikyuu. That's right. We're in the H sections, babies. Haikyuu is our next honorable mention, because I'm still somewhere in season 1, but good volleyball show, good sports show, always hype. We love to see it. This next one is going to be a little weird, because we're talking about Higurashi When They Cry. The new series, which is actually so let me say, if you've seen the first 2 Higurashi series, then watch the new one. If you haven't, you should probably go back and watch the old ones first, maybe, question mark. I was already a decent way through Higurashi before this year, so I finished that up this year, Higurashi the original, When They Cry, and then I tried to watch Higurashi When They Cry Kai, the second season, but the app I was using started doubling up on the captions. Like, there were 2 sets of the same captions. So that just took up a lot of the screen. It was hard to watch. It was really distracting. I didn't get a chance to watch Higurashi When They Cry Kai. But now that I'm caught up and I basically know what happens, I'm definitely going to need to retroactively go back. I think it's still airing, actually. I think Higurashi When They Cry Kai might be still airing. Or the new Higurashi might be still airing. So we'll see. Other than that, if you haven't checked out Higurashi When They Cry, check it out. Pretty good. Some of those characters are just really disturbed, but like it's great. Good characters all the way through. And let's move into a couple of the eyes, right? We have It Invaded, another show that I started, didn't really get through. Seemed cool. I feel like it just, I don't know, I didn't finish it. Inspector was a show that I really liked at first. It was like this Sherlock Holmesy girl who's an envoy to the spirits of sorts, and I thought she was gonna be doing like her detective agency shtick with this guy who's like basically invincible. He just regenerates because he ate. So there was some really cool like lore stuff and the Japanese stuff, and there was some really cool like mental problem solving. It's just that they spent like the first 2 episodes talking about like there was like, ooh, adventure of the week for the first 2, and the last were literally focused on just this one case, and it wasn't a very compelling case, but I liked the idea of the show. They were talking about like how demons are created and how mythology is really spread, and like the fear that you make and like the legend, quote unquote, that's spread around is what brings the demon into reality. So I could spread a rumor about golden apples killing people, and not that they actually have ever killed people, but if enough people believe it, then that starts to become reality. So that's what that show was dealing with. Very interesting concept, not to say the least, but didn't quite stick the landing. So If you have some time, maybe check it out. Wouldn't super duper recommend it, but I did like the character interactions, so that was at least cool. Our next show is Hydration Break. Our next show is known as Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon Season 3. And honestly, this show is so vanilla gumdrop pop. It was hard for me to fully get into Season 3 just because it's such a predictable show. I get really mad at people who get overly upset about spoilers, but especially with this show in particular, is there's nothing to spoil. Bell gets the girl added to his family. Sorry, that's not even like a real journey to it because like there's nothing of consequence ever happens unless it's benefiting his family, familia. Literally, like man goes to that man like his ability is literally the hero shot. He can one shot things when he needs to. So it's a fun that I don't recommend doing this a lot, but this actually is one to turn your brain off too, because then you really be like, oh no, those hunters kidnapped the demon monster girl. Is Belle gonna get her back? Will humans and monsters live together? Yeah, of course they will. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it. It was fine when I watched it. Isekai Quartet. Let's just finish up these eyes with Isekai Quartet Season 2. I liked it more than I should. That's all I have to say about those. Well, if you have any other questions about some of these shows, let me know in the comments below. If you liked them, if you didn't like them, if you have more opinions on some of the shows I talked about, let me know. Don't forget to like, share, all that jazz, and I will see you guys in the next video.